if you have financial goals you want to hit, American Century Investments may have a plan to help. Sibil Sebastian, Vice President of Strategy and Corporate Development for American Century Investments, joins us today. Good morning, Sibil.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So first, tell us about the investing gap between men and women. We hear so much about the gender pay gap, but not really about investing.
That's exactly right. So women and their dependents are experiencing the impact of the wealth gap now more than ever. And there are at least 3 systemic barriers in our way. The gender pay gap, as you mentioned, the need to be caregivers for children and aging parents, and the lack of financial literacy education for women. So white women earned 81 cents for every dollar white men earned, but they only own about 32 cents for every dollar of wealth owned by their male counterparts. And this is even lower for women of color. Women also tend to bear the brunt of caregiving, not just for their children, but for their aging parents as well. And another barrier to closing the investing gap is that women identify as financially less literate and less confident about investing. They just don't feel confident to start.
Yeah, we certainly have a lot against us for sure as women. But what about some simple actions? What can women do to kind of take toward their own financial self-care?
Yeah, so just remember this, your financial health is just as important as your physical health. To get started, here are some actions you can take. Keep time in mind. Knowing your timeline helps you choose the right investments for you. Timing is also important because the longer you invest, the more your money may grow, which is a good reason to start now. Discover your investing identity. All investing involves risk, so know your comfort level with risk and understand your tendencies. Set your goals. Goals are essential for anything you want to accomplish, right? Especially investing. Knowing what you want can help you figure out how much money you need and how much to invest to get there.
Now, I know that American Century Investments has a pledge for women. Can you tell me more about that they can take, and where can they go to learn more about it?
Of course. So we at American Century are excited to take you to the next level. Take the digital pledge at myinvestingmove.com to commit to your financial self-care. You can change your own financial future, and this is a great chance to begin.
Certainly a very important topic for sure. And now, as you said, is always the right time. Vice President of Strategy and Corporate Development at American Century Investments, Sibil Sebastian, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.